All right, hello everyone, and welcome to some of the NCL. Um, what is this called? Fantasy Critic. So basically, this is just like kind of like a fantasy football league kind of thing. Whatever. There's a bunch of us in the NCL that are drafting various games this year. We did it last year as well. I didn't do super great, but yeah, basically we're drafting different games this year. We all get scores based on how well the games do when they come out, critics and stuff like that. So I'm just going to go through the games that I've chosen and go into a bit of the reasons why. I guess I will have audio off just so that I don't get like DMCA'd or anything, I guess. Obviously, Pokemon Legends ZA, I think, is a pretty good first choice for me. I was second up in the draft. Um, and I think, like, I don't know, Pokemon, it's bringing back Mega Evolutions, right? It's been a while since we had them. It's new Mega Evolutions. I feel like it's going to do pretty decent. And I think whoever counterpicked me on that, Frost Caden. I think it's not necessarily the smartest counter pick. So yeah, definitely. I feel like Pokemon generally does decent when it comes out. So I mean, as long as it comes out this year and Game Freak aren't or like the Pokemon Company, whatever, they're not the one. They're not known for delaying really when they've already announced a release date. So um, definitely, I think it's a good grab for me. Professor Layton and the New World of Steam. I haven't seen much about this, but it's a Professor Layton game, so that's why I picked it as my second pick as well. Um, I haven't seen too much about it myself, but it's a Professor Layton game. I've always enjoyed the previous ones. Always had some fun puzzles and stuff like that. So definitely not going to be against picking that up. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Fastest growing town in America, huh? So it's got a bit of an old timey feel to it. I think as a lot of the Professor Layton games kind of do, right? Steampunky, look at that. It looks alright. Yeah, it looks like a Professor Layton game, and I feel like a Professor Layton game will do alright. So that's why I picked that up. Fable uh, might be a little bit more of a controversial pick, seeing as it is coming out on Xbox only. But I mean, I picked this because Fable is one of my favorite original Xbox series, right? And I enjoyed all of the games. So I'm hoping that it comes out in a decent place. I do think this one is a viable counter pick though. So um, definitely, I feel like it was worth taking a chance on. Um, 2XKO is the League of Legends fighter coming out, um, which I do believe it has been announced for this year, and so hopefully it does come out. I'm not much of a fighting game person myself, but I do like the League characters. Um, so I do feel like this game definitely has some potential. It looks interesting. I'm not going to be playing this one myself, but all the other games I've talked about so far, I will be playing at some point if they come out. Most likely, though, I guess I'll need to get an Xbox for Fable unless they put it on um, the PC version of Game Pass. But if it's going to be Xbox only, I doubt that. But yeah, I mean, this looks alright. Looks like it's got some variety in the fighters and stuff like that. So I feel like um, 2XKO could be decent for me. Um, just hopefully it doesn't come out in like early access or anything like that, because then I can lose it from my list because we can't pick early access games. Um, Now for the potential game of the year. Turn off those CC. Um, yeah, I don't know. This one, I think it's coming out on Valentine's Day this year. Is the it I feel like it has potential for like a interesting little indie game, right? And I mean, this is a viable counter pick as well, but it's gonna come out. It's gonna be great. Okay, yeah, fair enough. God. But yeah, no, this does look fun. Not gonna. Oh God. Look, who knows how this is gonna do, but it does look like it's gonna have some interesting stuff. At least it's going to have some waifu and husbando potential right there. So uh, I feel like it actually does have potential to do all right, though. Like, obviously, I understand why it was counterpicked as well. Also, I've been counterpicked the most. 4 times. Everyone else has. The only other person that's got two is Frost. Everyone else has one or none. Um, and like, I don't think Legends is a good counter pick. Fable, I understand. Everything I kind of understand. Vampire the Masquerade, I do understand as well. But I took Vampire the Masquerade for the memes. I took Vampire Masquerade for last season, and it didn't come out obviously, or I wouldn't have taken it again. Um, but if it comes out, it could be okay. It could be. I mean, obviously the first one had its issues when it came out, but like it looks interesting. I'll definitely be playing. I'll definitely be playing Date Everything when it comes out. Vampire the Masquerade 2, if it does come out, I will be wanting to play that too. Uh, yeah, but it looks alright. Looks alright. Atom Fall is the next one on my list. Um, which looks kind of like some like Fallouty, stalkerish kind of game. I think it's set in London or whatever, right? Definitely, yeah, definitely feels like it's going for that Fallouty feel. So that could be, it could have potential. I think I saw some of the gameplay trailer and it maybe looked a bit too much like a Bethesda game, like combat wise and stuff like that. But I'm not sure when this game comes out. Not in the next couple of months at the very least, but and look up here, I am projected to do the worst, but that's all right. I'm just here to have some fun. It could be interesting. This looks like it could be interesting. The Fallout London vibes. And then the last one that I have picked up, that I just picked up on a bid uh, this week, Coffee Talk Tokyo. I haven't played the original Coffee Talk, but I heard that it was kind of something that people liked a bit, and so Like it's visual novelty or whatever like that, but that doesn't mean it's bad. I think it had decent writing or something, right? So this one definitely has a little bit of potential too, as like a little indie game that could pull some surprise points out of nowhere. And then I counterpicked Mugenics from who had Mugenics? Digi. Because no, it's got a trailer from 11 years ago, so if it hasn't come out since then, is it even coming out? Obviously, it's got some more recent trailers as well. Um, Also, I don't really like the look of the gameplay overall or anything like that, and I don't think I mean, it could be a really good game, but I don't think it's going to be something that does super duper duper well. Um, it's made by the same guy that did Binding of Isaac or whatever, right? So there's always potential that it could be a sleeper hit, but I just looking at this trailer, the most recent one that I could find. I mean, there might be more recent ones, but yeah, it just doesn't look like for me. So um, I'm hoping it doesn't do great, so I can get some points off that on a counter pick. And yeah, that's my draft that I've done so far. Obviously, I still got two more slots here, plus one more slot for another counter pick. I don't know what else I'm going to counter pick yet. There is a few options around that I see that I could. Um, but yeah, I guess if we have a look at what's releasing soon. Dynasty Warriors, I'm not sure. Obviously, we got Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong into Dynasty Warriors in January with Citizen Sleeper 2 coming out at the end of January. They're the games that are coming out that we've picked in our league. I mean, people like Donkey Kong, right? So it's not gonna do badly. So I don't think that one is worth counterpicking at all. Uh, Dynasty Warriors Origins. I've never really been a super Dynasty Warriors um, fans, but Gaming Bolt here says why Dynasty Warriors Origins is said to be one of the biggest surprises of 2025. And yeah, I'm just not sure. It's always a super repetitive gameplay loop, right? So I'm really not sure how it's going to go. Uh, Definitely could be worth counter picking. But also, I think it's been a while since there's been a decent Dynasty Warriors game. So if it does come out and it does well, then um, who knows? It could definitely be a sleeper one, sleeper hit. Citizen Sleeper 2. I haven't seen much about that, so um, I can't remember what the first one was really about either. I don't know if I've ever played it. Hmm. I don't know what even I don't even know what kind of game it is. I'm sure that the first one didn't do terribly though, so this one could be. Is it like a roguelike game? Something like that? It doesn't matter. Either way, I don't think I'm going to be counterpicking that. It has its I feel like the first one did okay, so the second one should be okay as well. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I had this on my watch list. I think it'll do fine. So I'm not going to counterpick that. I think the first one, like it looks pretty enough, and like it's going for a more realistic style of Skyrim kind of game, right? So there's definitely a market for that, and I think the first one was okay. So I don't think this one's worth counterpicking either. Um, Rift of the Necrodancer. I have insider information that this one is going to be pretty decent. And the original game that's based off of did look good. Like I did play that a little bit myself, and that was fun. But this is I don't know. Rhythm games aren't necessarily my jam either, but I feel like Crypt of the Necrodancer, I think it was right, did really well. So Rift of the Necrodancer definitely has its potential too. Uh, Civilization 7 is just more Civ, right? So I don't think that's necessarily going to be something that's worth betting against. I think it'll do fine. Yeah, I mean, it looks fine. Once again, not my style of game, but I know that people love it. I think Assassin's Creed Shadows have already been counterpicked against, which I don't blame it. Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft have been a bit of a letdown recently. But once again, who knows? It could come out of nowhere and do decent, but definitely not what I'm going to be. Someone's already counterpicked that anyway, I believe. Yeah, it was counterpicked by Jay, I think. Yeah, he's picked Assassin's Creed, and then he's picked my Vampire the Masquerade 2 as well, because I think he picked it against me last year as well. So it's just trying to get those easy points again. Um, Date everything. We've already looked at that. Avowed looks okay. Like Skyrim, like right? I think the combat actually looks decent compared to Skyrim. But I mean, it's going to depend how the rest of the game goes, right? But I think it could definitely be alright. It's definitely something that I will potentially be playing at some point. It's not going to be a day one purchase or anything like that. I'll just wait to see how it reviews, but it does look up my alley. And then we've got Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza Hawaii, which is not something that's worth counterpicking either, I think. Like a Dragon did pretty decent for me last year. I picked that up. So I don't think Yakuza games ever really do badly, right? So and this looks fine. Beat 'em up kind of playstyle. I mean, you get the pirate aesthetic that you're missing from Assassin's Creed Black Flag and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's the games that will be coming out over the next couple of months that we've picked up so far, at the very least. Um, and I guess I will be back with some more uh, update videos as games start to come out, as more games are picked up, or traded away or whatever it is that happens. And yeah, so we'll be up with some updates on the NCL Fantasy Critic Zebstrika division later. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all soon.